Stockton barber Big Herc has taken his show on the road.
That's why he is here at Big Herc's in downtown Stockton.
Auto sanitizer, Stockton mobile barber Big Herc has taken his shop on the road. While house call.
Big Herc is not only big on his name.
Alright, that's perfect.
He's big on keeping things clean.
Yeah.
That's where I cut it in at.
Okay.
So, but yeah, as I was saying though, man, this dude named Garcia, he came on there, right?
Yeah.
And he had he was with a church and he was with these pastors and there was somebody standing off to the left of him. So and he had this weird look on his face, so that's why I watched it. Dude started telling the stories about what they was doing, you know what I'm talking about when I say them.
Yeah, yeah.
The world.
Yeah.
And man, dude said a prayer that was heartfelt. He was like, he was so sincere. The things it's one thing that I learned from Judge Judy. That's why I like her. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like Judge Judy, but one thing Judge Judy taught me was that the truth always makes sense. She said the first place and the first how you can see a lie is when things don't make sense.
Oh, man.
She said that's how you can tell when people lying. It stop making sense.
Yeah.
And so dude said his prayer. He was like, the fight I did the other day was for my kids. And the reason I'm doing this is for the other kids. And he went to telling about everything that they was doing. Mm-hmm. And then the next video clip they had, dude, he was pure white, it seemed like. And he was like, hey, I'm not going to talk about that stuff anymore. It's just only about a fight. And man, that scared me, bro. Because it was frightening, man. Because somebody had told him something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But so, he was telling me, man, about you got an electric car, man.
Yeah, we got we trying out the Mach-E.
The Mach-E?
The Mustang.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard those things was really fast, though.
I was pretty quick. We had I think we test drove the GT first. Mm-hmm. That thing fast. That is fast.
I heard it is.
It's quick. What they say is for real. That 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, I think it is. They're not lying.
Yeah, man. I was, because I got one of them Infinities, and Infinities ain't no joke neither.
Yeah.
I got it next side of one of them things. I got a little stick on him. I'll be messing with. I dragged on this 5.0 with one. He was coming from West Lane. You come to West Lane, you come out West Lane, and then you get that little curve and that little church with the little gorillas in the front of it.
Oh yeah.
Right there. So he took off in his 5, right? I had a stick in that Infinity, boy. I took off in first, and I watch it right till they get on the red in a little corner. Then I hit it. That's how and then you just slingshotting it. Man, I was driving, and he was looking, and he was in his 5, right? He kept doing this cold, looking at the speed limit, like, you know what I mean? And then we got to the stop sign. I beat him, a 5.0 in a Lexus 3500 6-cylinder, mopped the 5 to that stop. I was hitting the thing, right?
Yeah.
So, dude, he had his girl in the car. And then he gonna look at me again like, okay, we gonna go. I'm like, bruh, I beat you. I ain't finna give you a second chance. You better run with that.
You better take that win and go on home.
Yeah, take that. You better take that and go on to the house, man, somewhere.
Yeah, we didn't get the GT since this was the first one. We decided just to go. We're leasing it right now just to test the water, so we're not stuck with something for the long run that we really don't end up enjoying, you know what I mean?
Well, that makes sense, man.
So because we've had the hybrid before, which was a little different than what I was used to. I mean, they don't have then we had the hybrid Escape.
Yeah.
Which was, it's a cool concept.
Ooh, that was no bueno, bro.
What you got?
Everything. I got it.
It's a cool concept, but it's just And me personally, I like cars. I like vehicles, man. And it just didn't drive the way I.
You wanted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I tell you what, man, that thing.
I remember
The electric car. I will say this: after having it for about a year, I'd say it's perfect if you are mostly a local driver or like if you go usually about an hour out from where you live and
You doing your usual, baby boy?
yeah,
Take any off the top?
yeah, take about half
About
down,
half, okay.
yeah, and sponge it up.
You say if you're a local driver, it's cool?
No, it's perfect. I mean, it's perfect for you. So we took it to LA. Actually, we took it to Monterey first.
You and your wife?
Yeah, we went out there and we actually took it out there. I had breakfast. We charged it while we had breakfast.
Oh, they got charger stations, so you
Yeah.
can find out where the charging places is first.
Yeah, I mean it's real cool. I mean it tells you just about everything you need to know. If you put something in the navigation, they'll tell you how much electricity it's gonna take to get there, where you should be at when you do arrive there, and along the way if you need to stop and charge because you don't have enough to get to where you're going, it tells you all that. It breaks all that down for you, which is cool.
Right. So
But-
what do you feel the major pros is on it, man? Like, what's the best? What's good about having it, man? You know that you have one.
For me, it's fun to drive. My wife, she likes it too. It's just fun. It's quiet. It's fun, and you know, it's just.
You just
I don't know. It's just different. You know what I mean? I guess for the most part, it's something. It's a little different. I mean, the maintenance on it, obviously, you don't have little to no maintenance.
Oh.
I mean, you don't have to do no, oil changes or anything like that. You know, you got the tires, your brakes, and whatever else, like maybe fluids, like for like the coolant for the motors or whatever. But other than that, the maintenance is like we haven't done anything but charge it since we bought it for like a year. That's it. So
Right.
that's kind of convenient. And for what we use it for, it's perfect.
Right.
It's just a lot
You have
of
to have the right reason to buy it.
Yeah.
The right purpose. You can't be 100, 200 miles out
yeah.
and want to do it like
If you commuting every day, I wouldn't go electric really.
Yeah,
because you're gonna the batteries with those. It's the battery technology. It's real simple. The more you charge it, the more wear that you put on the battery.
I'm very familiar with that. I used to race electric cars.
So it's like a phone. If you plug it, it's like a phone. If you plugging it up, you charging it from 10% to 100% every night.
Yeah.
You know, the life of that battery is gonna be reduced significantly. As far as how much, we really don't know. I mean, but I'm using the rule of thumb. I guess what most people or what they recommend is charge it to 80%.
Yeah, that's natural.
Yeah, so I just charge it. We just charge it to the 80%, and that's it. And that works fine for us. I mean, 80% lasts my wife all week, really, with the amount of driving that she does. You know what I mean?
Well, see, what happens is when you charge your battery fully, that's concerned as a cycle. You know what I mean? So if you don't charge it fully, then it never reaches a cycle.
Correct.
So it extends a year.
Yeah. I think it only has about 3,000 cycles.
Well, you can extend it with the 80%. You tricking the game.
Yeah,
Your friend had to tell you that because they probably wouldn't, because they're gonna make some money on you.
Yeah.
When you come back and that battery ain't right, but.
Yeah, and that's another reason why we leased it, because we don't really know how long this stuff is supposed to last or what's going on.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, so instead of being stuck with, and I know them batteries are expensive, man. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
the cost of them, but it's we charge it. We might plug it up. I mean, we were going to the chargers, the fast chargers, a lot, and
So what
that started adding up, because I mean, if you go to, that's like Anywhere 15 to 20 bucks, depending on the charge. We usually
charge about once a week, you say, or twice?
For the most part, yeah. Yeah. So with that, I said, you know what? Instead of just paying, and then that also depends on how much you're driving. If you got a busy week, you might have to hit the fast charger because, I mean, you can go from anything to 80% within 30 minutes.
Okay.
Wow.
Right.
And I think that's generally that's across the board for most manufacturers.
Right.
It's just that 80 to 100% that's gonna take forever.
Do you have a Tesla electric or a different one?
What do you mean?
The Tesla, because I know it's more than one Tesla that has electric car.
Oh, shoot, you have I think Mercedes. So on our trip to LA, that's a good that you brought that up. When we went to LA, the drive
From
down
Stockton,
there,
California.
from Stockton. Yeah, we drove from Stockton to LA. Where actually we drove to where's that place? What's it down there? Not Corona. I can't think of the.
How long was the drive?
Shoot, man. It was
How many miles?
I think it was probably about
70?
about 7 hours. I mean.
Oh, 7 hours. Okay, yeah. Los Angeles about 5.
Yeah, we went. It's right in between. I'd say LA and San Bernardino.
Right.
But Ontario, that's it. We actually drove into Ontario to go visit my sister. But
Okay.
anyway, so the drive down there, this was probably about a month after we got it. So we, really gonna put it to the test. Driving down was cool. We stopped 3 times, and we really we didn't go to 100. We only went to 80 because that's all you really need.
Right.
Going to 80 gave us about like 100 and I think it was like 170 something miles going 80%. So that was cool. And then obviously you meet when you go to the charger. There's a whole etiquette that's involved with that. it really is. There's a whole different world. You know what I mean? Because we ended up like stopping just about the same time as other people that.
Got you.
So we meet somebody in Patterson, and we literally, when we stopped, they were pulling into the chargers right as we after we already stopped and plugged in. You know what I mean?
Is chargers packed? Does it be stuff for you to charge, or do you have to wait some time on the charge?
You gotta wait. Actually, and the traveling off the freeway, the wait for those was not bad at all because people are just passing through. They get their little 80% and they out of there. Now, when we got into LA, man, oh man,
What?
that I mean, you know how the lines be at In-N-Out Burger,
Yeah.
just like that.
Oh.
Man,
How long
it was
did you have to
awful.
wait in the line?
Oh, I didn't, man. I did not. I say, we'll figure this out later. I literally and then not to mention like driving around looking for a charger.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you draining the battery looking for a charger.
Right.
And then you finally get to one and it's like, all right, it's either broken.
Oh.
You got 4 chargers and 3 of them out of service. Or something's wrong, something's going on with them. And man, I kid you not, the mall there in Ontario, we went there and there was probably a line of, probably like 10 or 12 cars. And they got 8 chargers and all of them full. And people just in that line in a row. I'm like, how do they do this? Like, because and then that's where I say and then the crazy thing about it, and that's where I say a lot of I've learned a little bit of etiquette, that goes along with this because a lot of people they will sit there and wait for their car to hit 100.
Oh.
So you already taking 30 minutes to get to 80. You'll get to the 80%, which is generally speaking, like a fast charger, it will get your car, no matter what you drive, to 80% within about 30 minutes.
Right.
Give or take 5. You know what I mean?
Right.
Depending on the situation, temperature, all that other stuff that's involved with that. But anyway, but a lot of people, there are people that will sit there, and it literally take probably an hour to go from 80 to 100. So now they've been there for an hour and a half. So when you can get 80%, which will give you very decent range,
Right.
and get out the way, so the next person can come in, because you got Mercedes, you got. I mean, there was Mercedes, Volkswagens, Porsches, the Kias, the Hyundais, and then you got Tesla all over in the parking lot by itself with like 50 chargers and 4 of them being used. It's
man.
crazy.
Yeah, man, that's America is really fighting with old boy over those charges and stuff right now, man, because you know, obviously him and Elon Musk, the president or country, got into it with Elon Musk, man. He got into it with him bad. Why do you think he left and went to China?
What's going on with that? I haven't been following.
Yeah, man. So what happened was Elon Musk, man, left. Basically, he probably still live here, but he went to China, man, and struck the biggest car dealership thing with China, man, that's ever seen in the world, right? And then as soon as he struck the deal, I was looking at the TV, right? They got some cars that look like the Lincoln Continent, that Lincoln. That's the new Lincoln, you know, a sports utility vehicle. Man, that thing was so beautiful, bro. It was a luxury electric vehicle. All they want is $12,000 for it.
You talking about the Chinese one?
Yeah,
I've seen. I've had a couple of them pop up on my feed.
But so as soon as they went down there, all of a sudden, a couple of days ago, the government put tariffs on China. We can't buy them cars for $12,000. They want to double charge them, man, because you know, you know, why you want to make us pay more? You know, the United States always paying more, man, for everything, bruh. I mean, I had to really stop talking about that because it really infuriates me inside to see how we just get ripped off. And you know, and people in the United States, they don't care nothing about it, man. These people selling these luxury vehicles for $12 grand. He's selling us a bucket for $100.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But what happened was Elon Musk exposed Biden, man, before he left. Because I got X, and I know you don't do too much of that. So I got X, right? I'm going on X. Elon Musk put out a video. He did a whole video on just Biden and what he was doing. He exposed him, bro. Like for the illegal immigrants, not the Mexican Americans.
Oh man, I do know.
Illegal immigrants is coming over here so that he can get them to vote, bro. That's what he's doing it for. And they running a voting. They have voting right now in Washington D.C. that teaches the illegals how to vote, bro. Teaching them how to vote. And so you know, man, that's a whole other situation on that situation, man. So, you know, I guess I'm gonna have to wait.
Sweetie.
I'm gonna have to wait to get me an electric vehicle, man. But that's a whole nother ball of worms, man, that I seriously can't even talk about, man, because it just makes me so upset to see, you know, us as American people, man, the United States, how we getting beat. We just pay extra for gas. We pay extra for food.
Well, we're not helping. I mean, I don't understand how it's pretty simple to me. I mean, how can we help so many others but not help our own? Like,
man, I think that's the magic question that all of us want to see.
It doesn't make no sense. And then but the only way we're gonna get change that stuff is to vote. Like,
man. Vote.
Unfortunately,
please vote.
With that, I mean, unfortunately, people, you know, everybody's become so polarized.
Yeah.
And then like, I will never understand how people can't just accept the fact somebody else has a different opinion. I never understand that, why people.
I'm gonna tell my people, man, vote. Please vote. Don't let them think your vote don't count. You get out there and vote. You know, you get out there and vote for this country, because our country is. You know, I'm 56 years old. I've been living almost a half a century now, man, and this is not good. And I'm seeing arguments and fight, people at the gas station. This one broad was at the gas station. I don't mean to call her a broad, but you know, that's how she, you know, all women. Some women act like women, some women don't, you know. So she was pulling up, and another dude was pulling up the same way. And you know how some people, when they pull up to the gas station, they pull up before somebody that was waiting, they kind of zoom on in real quick, you know. And so dude was just shaking his head like, wow, really? You know, I just had to turn my car around because it was on the wrong side. So I turned it around to come get it, and you gonna zoom in there? And dude just shook his head, and she just, why you shaking your head? She got out and was yelling and yelling. But it's not really her, man. It's just the frustration of life. But dude handled it real good though, man. But
hold on, baby.
It's that type of frustration that's going on, man, with people, man. So it's one thing about the electric car. So which one do you think that we should get? Is one that's different? It uses gas at the same time and it don't use gas. What's the information on that one?
On the hybrid, I think that's...
Which one do you want to get?
So, in my opinion, now I've had just about all three. The plug-in hybrid, which I think is pointless. The hybrid and the all-electric. Now the plug-in hybrid. Now either one. Now what I did notice. First of all, let me start. The PG&E bill. If you start plugging in at the house, that PG&E is gonna go up. So
what you mean like up? What is it like? Say like a PG bill was $100. What's it gonna go up to?
It's probably gonna double the.
Okay, so if you 500, you at a rack.
No. The higher,
700.
I'd say about 700. You can probably add another couple $100 to your PG&E bill for sure.
Okay. But if it's like 200, then you gonna double it to like
it's gonna, and that's all.
The range is about $200 is gonna pick up your bill.
Yeah, and that also correlates as to how much you plug it in. Now we first started because. Now, when we first got the car, the price to charge at the chargers was really low. It was about 20, like the high 20s, maybe low 30s cents per kilowatt.
Right.
Now it's the last time I went, it was like I think it was 48 cents kilowatt.
20.
Yeah. It's been a significant increase. I mean, obviously, when they see the no, I'm okay, thanks. When they see that there's money to be made, or with the inflation, whatever they're accounting for, that price goes up. So I was like, at the house it's 20-something cents a kilowatt still, unless you're on peak hours.
Right.
So and you can actually set the car to charge like, okay, when that peak hour is at 4 o'clock, let's say 4 o'clock it is, you can set the car to stop charging at 4, and when the peak hour is over, it will pick up charging again.
Right.
So I mean, you have a whole lot of options and adjustability,
right,
as far as that goes. But that's if you plug it in every night. If you commute in that car and you have to charge it to 100% nearly every night, I can't imagine what that PG&E bill is gonna be. It's gonna be a lot.
So now, which ones is better? Because you got some that use only gas, and you got some that use gas. They combine it. What's the difference between those? The ones
so you got the plug-in hybrid, and you have the hybrid. The plug-in hybrid is almost like an EV. You got to plug it in to charge the battery.
Right.
But with the regular hybrid, you don't have to plug it in. The engine will actually charge the battery.
Oh.
Will actually keep the battery. It's just
And so on the hybrids, on the gas situation, you got some hybrids that you only can use the gas and electric is off, and then you got some hybrids where you can use the gas and electric.
So, yeah, that's for the most part the plug-in hybrid. It will basically start out on electric when you start driving. So it'll say that, let's just say hypothetically, you got about 50 miles range on a plug-in hybrid. So you start driving, you're on electric the whole time for 50 miles. Once that battery is depleted, it's going to switch over to gas, and you're going to stay on gas the rest of the time until you actually get back home or to wherever you go and plug it back in to charge that battery back up.
Right.
Now with the hybrid, that's really depending on your driving, how you're driving at the time, or what you're actually, if you need a lot of power, or whatever the case may be. Right. Now stopping and go in city traffic, the regular hybrid is ideal because it's going to be on electric most of the time while you're in city driving and stopping to go traffic, because you're not gonna need a whole lot of power. You're relatively low speed. You're gonna be traffic light to traffic light. So that's real good. But once you get on the freeway and if you need to climb a hill, then the engine just kicks in and charges. Gives you that extra power while charging the battery.
Right.
And then as you say, once you get to the other side of the hill and you start coasting down, the engine will shut off. And it'll just coast on electric.
Oh wow.
You know, and vice
So
versa.
which one is that? So
That's
the one
that's
that
the hybrid.
one that divides one. So one will use both. It'll switch it off.
Yes, the
And
hybrid.
one of them will it'll use it almost simultaneously.
The simultaneous usage would be the hybrid.
Okay. So
Now the plug-in hybrid, I think it's kind of pointless because you still gotta, because if you use once you're done with the battery, it's done until you go get somewhere to plug it in.
right.
And you're back on the engine. So
Right.
the hybrid, the regular hybrid, it's more ideal, in my opinion.
Okay. So that's the one you would get.
Yeah.
The one that switches back and forth
Yeah.
on gas, because the one that run out of gas and then you gotta use electric, then run out of electric, then you gotta use the gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with either, now with both of those, if you run out of gas, it's not that it's you screwed. You know what I mean? You still need to keep gas in the vehicle, but
But I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't never seen nobody run out of electric though yet. You seen anybody run out of electric?
I'll tell you this. I got pretty low when I was in LA looking for chargers. And I ended up having to go to a charger like midnight. Cause that's like nobody's out.
Right.
You know, and then even then, when I went at midnight, the chargers were still full. But I didn't have to wait. There was maybe like one other car ahead of me. Cause, you know, but yeah, I got down to about 3%. 3%, yeah, on that thing, and that gave me like 10 miles or something like that.
Oh, wow.
But when as it's getting low, it'll say once you get to you can set the low range indicator, like, so if you I set it for 50 miles. So when I hit 50 miles, that's basically my low range light will come on.
Oh, okay.
And if you get any lower than that, me and my wife, we were sitting in traffic down there in Ontario because they were doing construction that night when we arrived. And it was a lot of stop and go. So we wasn't really using a lot of power, but it will tell you, hey, you need to shut off the AC. Hey, you need to turn these heat.
To tell you.
Yeah, you need to turn this heated seats off. You need to turn this heated steering wheel off. You need to turn that radio down or turn the fan down to this setting. It'll give you suggestions on the conserve power.
Oh, okay.
You know, to get more range out of the battery, but other than that, I mean, I ain't gonna tell you. I mean, that what people call that range anxiety. Oh, it's for real. I can tell you, because I was like, oh no, we might not make it. No, man, we sitting there and I got about 10%, and I don't know how long this construction is gonna last.
Yeah.
How much longer?
Can you like turn it off to save the battery? Turn the car off and not use it?
I mean, you could, but not while you're in traffic. I mean, obviously, you know, you sit there, right? It's not that bad. Mm-hmm. It really wasn't. Sitting there in the stop and go, it really did not use as much power as I thought it would.
Right.
It was actually pretty conservative when it comes to that.
Those take a lot of power though, right?
No, not really. I mean, like, again, it's also on the driving habits too. You know what I mean? Right. So we got.
Well, she might want to.
Come on, sweetheart. Come over here. I know. Oh, have we see over here? See right there, next to your sister. They have. I think it was. It's all based on your driving habits. You have.
And that brings us to the end of another enlightening episode of Barbershop Diaries here on Driven Faith Ministries. We hope that today's conversation has inspired you, provoked thought, and perhaps even challenged some of your perspectives. Remember, the world is full of stories waiting to be told and lessons waiting to be learned. So, let's continue to seek, share, and grow together. Until next time, stay driven in your faith. Keep the conversations going, and may your journey be blessed. Goodbye, and God bless.